Hi everybody, whenever we speak about the word defense, the image that automatically comes from mind is about the Indian National Army or any other armed forces in general. But do you know guys, our entire human body is no less than an entire unit of army. Let's check out in this video that how our human body is just equal to an entire unit of army. Guys, do you know, according to a survey conducted by Google, about 30 trillion microorganisms consisting of bacteria, fungi, protozoans and viruses are present in and inside your body. And do you know guys, some of these bacteria are even useful to us in conducting the digestive processes, such as the symbiotic bacteria present in our gut and the pancreas. But the majority of the bacteria and the viruses present in and on our body are responsible for diseases. Then why is it so that we do not catch these diseases from these microorganisms so easily? The answer is the human immune system. So we all might have imagined a time that if we don't have a human immune system, how will we be able to survive? This is because if the immune system was not present in our body, even a small and insignificant infection caused by a disease-causing organism could be as lethal to take our entire life. And such a similar condition is present in the individuals affected by AIDS, that is acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, in which ultimately the person dies from infections which are very insignificant, such as even common cold. So let's talk about immunity in detail and how is it analogous to the entire unit of an army. So if we talk about immunity, there are two basic kinds of immunity: the innate or inborn immunity and the acquired immunity. Acquired immunity, on the other hand, deals with the antibodies and the vaccines that we acquire throughout our life. But the innate or the inborn immunity refers to that kind of immunity that has been present in our body since birth. And that is the immunity that is responsible for the major making up of the immune system and the immune cells in our body. Now let's understand how the human immune system is similar to an entire unit of army. Now do you know guys that in an army there are several lines of defenses? There is an army unit which fights in the front lines and an army unit that fronts, similarly in the backwards and the other units. So similarly there is a first line of defense and a second line of defense in our human body. Now let's talk about the physical, psychological, cellular and the cytokine barriers that make up the first and the second line of defenses. First comes a physical barrier. Now what is physical barrier is the first kind of barrier that prevents these microorganisms from affecting the human beings. That is the skin, the mucosa present in our body, the hairs present in our nasal tract that trap the bacteria and do not allow them to enter in our body. And they are the first and the most principal kind of defense present in the human body. The second is basically the psychological barrier that refers to the HCl and the gastric juices present in our stomach. Because you know guys, when we eat a lot of junk food or any kind of food, we ingest a lot of disease causing organisms, and these gastric and HCl are very much responsible for killing and vanishing of these kind of microorganisms. And the psychological barrier also includes several kinds of secretions and other kinds of gastric juices present in our human body. And do you know guys, the psychological and the physical barrier constitute the first line of defense. Now let's talk about the cellular barrier, that is the third barrier. The cellular barrier basically consists of the phagocytes and neutrophils, the white blood cells that are responsible for killing of any of the disease-causing microbes and the disease-causing cells, microbial cells that have entered in our body. And these constitute a major part of our human immune system. We will talk about the white blood cell and the phagocytes and macrophages in the subsequent videos. And now we are coming to the last kind of barrier, that is a cytokine barrier. There are certain molecules called as tumor-induced suppressing factor, interferons, perforins that basically enter inside this bacteria and the viruses and are responsible for bashing them up and preventing our body from these diseases and life harming diseases. So I hope guys this piece of information was very useful and informative for you. And if you really are interested and need this kind of knowledgeable videos, do like, share the video and subscribe to the channel, and also to mention in the comment section what similar kind of videos do you need. Thank you.